Welcome back to Maui Mallard and Cold Shadow. Now it's time for some ninja shenanigans in Level 2. In case you were wondering what just happened, allow me to explain. In the manual it says that through his training in the erotic art of combat, Maui gained the ability to transform into a ninja. This ninja is said to possess the power of 1,000 souls until one was stolen. Now Maui can't transform into a ninja until he finds that missing soul. Till then, he has to use the power of the yin-yang medallions scattered across the island in order to transform. So there you have it. So rewinding back to what just happened, this guy showed up who's called the Witch Doctor, transformed Maui into Cold Shadow again using yin-yang coins, and then proceeded to suck more souls out of him, so now he is missing not just one, but many, and the souls that he zapped from him were turned into an army of evil clone ninjas. We swapped our bug gun for a bow staff. Now combat's now melee based. We have our standard strike and low sweep attacks. We can combo attack by hitting the A button in the middle of our first attack, but this consumes yin-yang power. The more power you have, the more combos you can chain. Once you're at the lowest level, the White Sash and Blindfold, Cold Shadow can no longer combo attack until you collect more yin-yang coins. Holding L and R does a spinning attack. It can hit enemies in rapid succession, but consumes a lot of power. Once we're below 50 yin-yang coins, we start to recharge our power up to 50. So not only did we gain new combat abilities, we also gained some new acrobatic abilities. If you stand underneath this narrow shaft and jump and hit the Y button, you can wedge your bow into the walls to hold your place, and you can use it to climb to high places. So let's see what combat looks like. As you can see, combat's not that great. Most of the time when you attack an enemy, you're going to end up getting yourself hurt. Or at least for this level, because the enemies in this level all have the same range as you do, if not more. And this pretty much makes every encounter a damage race, which most of the time, unless you have very low health, you're going to win. So these grapple points are always in the shape of heads, and they usually have some sort of glow or glimmer to indicate that you can grapple on them. To grapple, all you have to do is just hit the attack button while in midair. Here we have a golem spitting out training dummies. I recommend just using the low sweep attack since it has the most range to take care of the dummies. And once the dummies are all expensed, you can hop inside the golem and take control of it. I haven't explained it yet, but those little box-like things are switches. By attacking them, you unlock a certain part of the level. In this case, if we go all the way to the ground floor, you'll notice that we unblock the wall, which leads to a portal to a secret room. We're going to be climbing up a little bit, and we're going to do a little backtracking because that switch we activated just activated a grapple point at an earlier point. which will give us some extra treasure. Most of these are just for treasures. They're not really worth like secret exits or shortcuts or whatnot. They're mostly there for extra items. So this is going to take a little bit, but if you notice right above us, there's some ancient carvings carved into the wall. It's kind of strange to think that ancient civilizations back then even thought kicks to the groin were funny. And right about here is where the game's supposed to teach you how to climb up using your staff. Alright, here we go, stage 2, and most like anything else in the game, yin yang coins don't carry over from stage to stage, so in order to become Cold Shadow we have to at least find one coin. Fortunately, there's always at least one coin within our reach at the beginning of the stage. You might notice that our blindfold and sash changes colors from time to time. That's because it represents our yin-yang power, with white being the weakest and black being the strongest. These green blocks disintegrate whenever you wedge your staff into them, giving you less than a second to react. This switch is mandatory. You can't advance in the stage without activating that one, as it activates that grapple point right above us. These 4 blocks here activate a spike pit, a spear pit, excuse me. So watch out for that. As long as you keep going up, it's not going to affect you. So stage 3 is around the time where the game takes off its training wheels and expects you to know how to use Cold Shadow's capabilities, I guess at least competently, because most of everywhere right now is just instant death. There's a number of secret hidden walls throughout the level. A good way to figure out what is a secret wall or not is to try to wedge your bow into the wall. If it doesn't go in, then it means that there is a secret passage. So I'm collecting an extra life even though we've reached the maximum, or supposedly. The game counts your lives up to 9 on screen, but they continue counting past 9 off screen. So if I were to die right now, it would still say 9 instead of like 8. That's kind of why I'm going to keep collecting lives despite the number doesn't change. Alright, here we go, boss time. For this boss, we have to fight a series of clones. Each clone has their own property, however, I couldn't show it off in this video, mostly because the AI refuses to do their gimmick. So, it kinda sucks. However, I will be showing it off in the Mega Drive version. And for example, the red guy is supposed to be a sort of combo heavy kind of guy, and the blue guy is supposed to have a slide move. The green guys, I don't know what their gimmick is, because it's different from this one. It's different from the other version, so hell if I know what they're supposed to do. Also, I'm showing off a way to cheese the boss because the enemy's AI mostly just depend on hitting you by touching you rather than hitting you by attacking. So if you just try to fight them normally, you're going to end up almost killing yourself. So we're going to do it a lot easier since they don't want to show off whatever they want to do. These guys do show off their gimmick. They have an electrical attack that they can shoot from their staffs, and that's the only thing that's different about them. So the black ninjas are supposed to be a compilation of all the other ones. However, they only will show off their unique ability, which is to shoot fire out of their staffs. And one last part that's not in the Mega Drive version is this saw blade-like thing that goes in a figure 8. His pattern's so simple that it's kind of silly, actually, despite me getting hit, because my positioning's off. All you have to do is just get on the opposite side that it's coming from and just whack it. Or I should say, stand on the side that it's going to come from and just whack it. And that's level 2. We won't be looking at the bonus stage because it's pretty much the same and it'll probably be pretty boring, so we're just going to skip to the end of it. And that does it for this level. I hope you join me for the next level. See ya.